Hello friends, this is teacher JB. Let's study English. We're studying the book English Grammar and Use, and today we are studying Unit 42, Passive, Part 1, Is Done and Was Done. Unit 42, Passive, Part 1, Is Done and Was Done. Study this example. This house was built in 1981. This house was built is passive. Compare active and passive. Somebody built this house in 1981. So this one is active. And this house was built in 1981. It's passive. So here this house in active sentence is an object, but this house in passive sentence is subject. When we use an active verb, we say what the subject does. My grandfather was a builder. He built this house in 1981. It's a big company. It employs 200 people. When we use a passive verb, we say what happens to the subject. How old is this house? It was built in 1981. 200 people are employed by the company. When we use the passive, who or what causes the action is often unknown or unimportant. A lot of money was stolen in the robbery. Somebody stole it, but we don't know who did it. Is this room cleaned every day? Does somebody clean it? And it's not important who cleans it. If we want to say who does or what causes the action, we use by. And we can call this by agent. This house was built, and then my grandfather built it, so by my grandfather. 200 people are employed, and then the company hired, employed, and you say by the company. The passive is be, such as is or was, etc., plus past participle, I call it PP, such as done, so do, did done. Clean is a regular verb. Cleaned, cleaned, cleaned. Seen, see, saw, seen, etc. Be done, be cleaned, be damaged, be built, be seen. The past participle often ends in ed, so we call this regular. Cleaned, damaged, etc. But many important verbs are irregular. Built, done, stolen. So it's past participle of steal. Compare active and passive, present simple, and past simple. Present simple cleans, sees. Passive am is are, cleaned, am is are, seen. Many accidents are caused by careless driving. I'm not invited to parties very often. How is this word pronounced? Is, ed, pronounced. Somebody cleans this room every day. This room. So third person singular, and this is present. So we use is and then past participle. This room is cleaned every day. Okay. So maybe we can practice this sentence. Careless driving. Careless driving causes many accidents. So many accidents. So careless driving is the subject. Causes is the verb. Many accidents. This is an object. So this is called active because we see what the subject does. And then many accidents is an object here. So we can use many accidents as the subject of a passive sentence. And this is plural and still present. So we use are. And then cause becomes caused. This is good enough, but we can say by agent, by careless driving. And then we are going to practice more a little bit later. And then this is past simple, cleaned and saw, was, were cleaned, was, were seen. We were woken up by a loud noise during the night. Did you go to the party? No, I wasn't invited. How much money was stolen in the robbery? So look at this. Somebody, subject, cleaned, verb, this room, object, yesterday, adverb. So the object of the active sentence becomes the subject, and then cleaned is past. So you use was, and we use past participle of clean, and then yesterday. So let's practice a passive sentence, past to passive with the first one. We were woken up by a loud noise during the night. So by a loud noise will be the agent. So you can say a loud noise. And then verb is walk. So this is past. So here, walk us up. Walk us up. Woke up. Woke us up. And then during the night. During the night. So this, look at this. So this a loud noise is the subject, and woke up is the verb, and us is going to be object. So this object becomes the subject of the passive sentence. Now let us do exercises. Complete the sentences. Use these verbs in the correct form, present or past. Cause, damage, find, hold, injure, invite, make, overtake, own, send, show, surround. Many accidents are caused by careless driving. Cheese from milk. Cheese, non-countable, is made. Cheese is made from milk. The roof of the building blank in a storm a few days ago. So the roof was damaged. So where is damaged? Here. The roof was damaged, and then a few days ago passed, and roof is singular. The roof was damaged in a storm a few days ago. A cinema is a place where films, could be shown, show, and then here this is plural. It looks like singular, so we use are, shown. You blank to the party. Why didn't you go? You blank. Now, if you didn't go and then you're not invited, that's not a problem. But here were, you were invited, you were invited to the party. Why didn't you go? This plant is very rare. It is present. It blank in very few places. Okay, so plants singular, it is, and then you cannot find them, so it is found in very few places, not many places. Although we were driving fast, we blanked by a lot of other cars. We were driving fast, but we, okay, so past, we were, and then overtaken, we were, it looks like overtaken, we were taken by a lot of other cars. In the US, elections for president every 4 years. So elections, this is plural. Elections, so this is R, and then hold and held every 4 years. Number 9, there was an accident last night. So this is past tense, but fortunately nobody. So first of all, let's put was, because nobody is always singular. Was, here we have injured. I-N-J-U-R-E-D. Nobody was injured. Number 10, you can't see the house from the road. You cannot see it. So this is present. It is. House is singular. It is. Okay, it looks like surrounded. Surrounded. R-R-O-U-N-D-E-D. Surrounded by trees. Number 11, I never received. Okay, this is past tense. I've never received the letter. It blanked to the wrong address. It was, and then, okay, send is here. So sent. It was sent to the wrong address. The company I work for blanked by much larger company. So the company I work for is singular, the present, and then company singular is owned. Okay, so is O-W-N-E-D, owned by a much larger company. Now write your questions using the passive. Some are present and some are past. Ask about glass. How? Make. How is glass made? Okay. Ask about television. When? Invent. So it has to be past tense. When was TV or television invented? I-N-V-E-N-T-E-D. When was the television invented? Ask about mountains. How? Form. Okay. How? And then mountains. How is a plural, and then it has to be just like it has to be either are or were. We can take it as present. How are mountains? I think you can use how were if you want. How are mountains, M-O-U-N-T-A-I-N-S, formed? It maybe the mountains are still being formed, so you can use present, but if you want, I think you can use how were mountains formed. Ask about DNA. When? Discovered. When? And DNA is singular. When was DNA discovered? D-I-S-C-O-V-E-R-E-D. Ask about silver. What? Used for. Okay, so this has to be present. So what is silver? What is silver used for? What is silver used for? Put the verb into the correct form, present or past, active or passive. 200 people are employed by the company. The company employs 200 people. Water blank most of the Earth's surface. So this has to be present. Water covers most of the Earth's surface. How much of the Earth's surface is covered by water? While I was on holiday, my camera, okay, so my camera cannot steal, so was stolen. My camera was stolen by from my hotel room. While I was on holiday, my camera disappeared. Disappeared. Disappeared from my hotel room. Robert's parents, so here, died when he was very young, and Robert and his sister growing up, so were brought up, P-R-O-U-G-H-T, brought up by their grandparents. The boat hit a rock and sank quickly. Fortunately, everybody, so this is past tense and everybody singular, was rescued. And Bill blank fired from his job. He wasn't, so Bill was fired. Bill was fired from his job. He wasn't very good at it. Sue, resign cannot be used as passive, so active, resigned. Sue resigned from her job because she didn't enjoy it anymore. It can be noisy living here, but, okay, me, object here, it doesn't bother me. It doesn't, D-O-E-S-N-T, it doesn't bother me. And then it can be noisy living here, but this is past, passive, I am not bothered. I am not bothered by it. Maria had an accident. She was knocked off, N-O-C-K-E-D off, knocked off her bike. And then fall cannot be used in passive. So Maria had an accident. She fell off her bike. I haven't seen these flowers before. So what? So this is a flower and then the object but using subject here. What are they called? And then I haven't seen these flowers before. What do you call them? What do you call them? Instead of using somebody, they, people, etc., write a passive sentence. Somebody cleans the room every day. The room is cleaned every day. They canceled all flights because of fog. All flights, okay, F-L-I-G-H-T-S, and then this is passive, were canceled, C-A-N-C-E-L-L-E-D, and then you can say because of fog, because of fog. Somebody accused me of stealing money. So here, me is the object, so I, and the past, I was accused of. I was accused of stealing money. I was accused of stealing money. How do you use this word? Okay, so this word is object. How is this how is this word used? The price includes all taxes, and then all taxes, now this is present, all taxes are included. All taxes are included in the price. People warned us not to go out alone. We were, okay, so we were, object, subject here, we were warned. W-A-R-N-E-D. We were warned not to go out. Not to go out alone. We were warned not to go out alone. We don't use this office anymore. This office, okay, present, is not used. This office is not used anymore. This office is not used anymore. Finally, they invited 500 people to the wedding. 500 people invited past were 500 people were invited. 500 people were invited to the wedding. To the wedding. Okay, friends, this is the conclusion of today's study. I'll come back to you with another unit as soon as possible. Until then, keep studying English and have a great day. Bye.